in today's video, I'm not only going to be showing you how to get out of Division 3, I'm going to help you to avoid getting stuck in one division. Division 3, in my opinion, I like to call it Elite Division Part 1. Because I feel like this is the division where you're good enough to flex, but you're not good enough to move higher, if you know what I mean. My time in Division 3 was hell, and this is coming from somebody who always hits Div 1 and Elite in previous years. I was stuck there for weeks, and it felt like for every game you won, you were gonna lose the next game. So trust me when I tell you you're not alone. I was very frustrated, and I had to lock in. And I had to find out how to get out of here. And I found out, so I'm gonna show you guys what I did. There's basically two ways to reach the top in FC25. You're either a ratty player or you have a ratty team. You have to learn almost every mechanic in the game to actually progress. And I know that seems almost impossible, but trust me, it can be done. You don't need every mechanic. If you know like 6 out of 8 mechanics, you're good to go. Now, I personally don't have a ratty team. I mean, maybe I do, but like EA doesn't bless me as much. This is the team that I use, or that I use to reach Division 1. And as you can see, almost every, or if not every single player in my club was gotten from a Gamble SBC. There's been so many promos in the year already, and I haven't packed a single usable promo, so I just have to resort to SBCs. So that's just my way of telling you that you don't necessarily need to spend money on the game to reach the top. But if you're not gonna spend money on the game to reach the top, you have to invest in mechanics. You have to invest in becoming a rat. So without further ado, I'm going to show you 2 different games. The first game is a game I won in Division 1, and the second game is a game I lost in Division 1. And I'm going to be breaking down what I did, how I scored my goals, how I conceded my goals, what I should do differently, and what you should do while playing the game. Okay, pause for a sec. I don't think most people are going to understand this gameplay if I don't show my custom tactics. So the custom tactics I've been using for at least a month now is the 4-2-2. Build up style, short passing, so that my players are close to me when I'm passing the ball. I like the passing option. I like the fact that there's always somebody to receive the ball, so that I'm never choked up, you know. Defensive approach is high, so I win the ball immediately and start a counter attack. And for my player roles, 1 striker on false 9, usually a striker with good passing stats, good dribbling. Advanced forward, usually want that to be your pacey striker, your finisher. 2 cams on shadow strikers. It's preferable if your shadow strikers have a plus. And I play 2 CDMs on holding, and also preferable if they both have a plus. Then the rest is regular. I like to keep my fullbacks on defend, because I don't really need them in the attack. I feel like they disrupt my attack a bit. You don't need too many people forward to actually score goals. It feels like I play with 4 strikers in this formation, so I don't need anybody else to come forward. My keeper and super keeper, and that's about it. I'm gonna start from the 10th minute because nothing happened before then. At this point, I'm trying to find my wide cam, because remember, he's a midfielder at the end of the day, so he's going to always drop deep, coupled with the fact that I play a short passing playstyle. So now I'm just trying to find my wide cam, who's Neymar, and finally gets the ball. I tried to find my striker, ball is won, and I win the ball high up again from playing the high defensive approach. Ball to Rashford, because he's my false 9, so he's going to drop deep a lot in this game. And I win the ball high up again. You see how my team manually pushes up because of the high defensive approach. I'm trying to find my false 9, looking for the shadow striker. Pay attention to the runs that they are making. And just like that, I already have a chance from constantly pressing the ball. I come again, he comes actually, and my team is just pressing really well at this point because of the high defensive approach. Find my false 9, slow dribble. I try to find my shadow striker, he wins the ball wonderfully. And at this point, I'm trying to defend, but I'm not pulling any defenders out of position. And watch how my DM wins the ball for me. Ball to Roberto, I try to find my wide cams again. Quick 1-2, and ball is intercepted. That's no problem, we'll come again. I win the ball with Sissoko. Give the ball to my false 9. Look at the space. I don't take advantage of it, but look at the space. Because all my strikers, all of them are strikers. All shadow strikers plus the front 2, they're all strikers. So it's going to be 4 people against probably 2 center backs. So now I try to come forward with Roberto. I try to find Talisca, and he wins the ball. Nice interception, and he comes at me now, and at this point I'm trying to keep my defense intact, but he wins the ball anyways. Block the power shots. He's gonna come for the second time. Putellas is so good, and he goes for a power shot again, and this time it's saved. So now I try to start an attack of my own, Roberto to Talisca, but he does really well there. And at this point I'm trying to keep my defense intact, and AI wins the ball for me. Maicon straight to Neymar. I'm trying to find my striker, find him with a driven pass. I'm stretching the pitch, and that makes Rashford to be wide open, and I give it to Talisca, but I don't do very well there, and he wins the ball, deservedly so. I win the ball high up again with Van Dijk, and it's just a repetition of the same thing in this division. It's almost like a chess match, you know, waiting for the first person to make a very big mistake. But both of us are playing really well now and winning the ball immediately. Ball to Roberto to Talisca, and for some reason he doesn't control the ball properly. And now I win the ball high up again with Saliba. I'm trying to find my striker with a driven pass. Quick 1-2. Nunez is in, but he's offside. But that's what I'm trying to do with my false line and striker. Quick 1-2s with them. And now he comes again with Putellas. Gives the ball to Griezmann, but I'm really well with Sissoko. I'm trying to find Talisca again with a run, but he steps up really nicely with his centre back and wins the ball. Traore comes at me again with Griezmann to Traore. I tried to win the ball, but he has short legs with Roberto, and Griezmann is in, and I defend that really well. Didier claim the ball. I'm trying to start a quick attack, and I make a mistake there. I throw the ball to my CDM, which I shouldn't be doing because I was covered up. Now he has a free kick, and I'm just trying to defend with my strikers. When the ball crosses the halfway line, then I switch to my midfielders. But a lot of this is knowing when to step in to win the ball. I am never pulling a defender out of position. I rather go aggressive with my DMs because they're both on holding, so they defend together. Thuram defends straight to Sissoko to defend. I switch it back to Thuram, switch it to Sissoko, and he makes a mistake and gives it to me. I win the ball with Van Dijk to Roberto, straight to Talisca, and quick 1-2, and I find Nunez. That's the job of my false line. He finds Nunez really well, and now I'm turning, give it to Talisca in the box, play around in the box, Rashford. The skill move doesn't come off, and it's half time. Second half kicks off, and my cursor is on my strikers because I'm not trying to pull anybody out of positions, and that works perfectly for me. I say it all the time and it keeps working. I should have given the ball to Neymar, but anyways, we keep going. Slow dribble with Nunez. We're almost in, and Van de Ven wins the ball. I tried to win the ball again, but for some reason Llorente wins it over me. He keeps making mistakes because I keep keeping my defense intact. Ball to Nunez. I don't control the ball properly, and he comes at me again with Traore. I don't pull my right back out of position. Instead, I track him with my DM, and that keeps my defensive line intact. And now I can track him with Maicon. He has nowhere to go, and he gives it to me, Thuram. Straight driven pass to Talisca. Ball to Nunez. I send Neymar on a run. I send Rashford in a run, but I give it to Neymar. Slow dribble. Give it to Rashford. Should have gone forward there. Talisca to Thuram. Nunez with the ball. Rashford with the ball. Give it to Darwin. Heel to heel. Boom. Just like that. You know, what I'm doing there is I'm playing with the L1 and the R1 buttons. I'm just moving around with slow dribbles, and then I'm passing the ball quickly. Then once I see somebody is on a run, I just give them the ball. Give a skill move if you have to, and score your goal. Okay, if you're still here watching the video, I'm going to give you a hack. If you want to build up in FC25 or whatever FC it is, I think you have to build up with L1, R1. Never take your hands off L1 and R1. You move around, you keep possession with L1 and R1. Your players will make automatic runs for you. Coupled with the short passing play style, they'll always show for you. Because you're clicking L1 and you're sending people on runs. You're clicking R1 and you're calling people closer. You know, it's fantastic. You build up with L1, R1, and always stay having vision. Back into the video. He kicks off the game, and at this point, as I said, I'm not pulling any defender. There is no cursor in any center back until I have to win the ball. And of course, my DM wins the ball for me. My throw-in. Roberto to take the throw-in. I try to find Talisca. Successful. Roberto. I give it to Talisca. 1-2 Rashford. Easy. Now Talisca is free. I take advantage of his boosts, slow dribble, L1R1, 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 you know, L1R1, I find Nunez, L1R1, I find Neymar, and I lose the ball. But that's what I'm doing consistently, L1R1, and I'm just finding players. I'm not sending people on a run, I'm just holding L1R1 and moving around to find players. And now he comes at me, what a shit cross. But anyways, he's with the ball with Adama, and I win the ball with Saliba, anticipates DDA. Roberto still wins the ball, he's stronger. And I try to build up from the back. For some reason I lose the ball again. I think I should build up more calmly if I want to progress. Corner kick for him. Neymar wins the ball. I try to build up from the back again. L1R1, I find Rashford, and now I have so much space to run into. I'm clicking L1 at this point, and I find Talisca, L2 finish, Trivela, base playstyle, wonderful finish. Comes on me again, the kickoff, not switching to a defender till I'm able to win the ball, and I'm defending with my center back now because the ball is a 1v1, and luckily for me I win the ball. Sissoko driven pass to Rashford, ball to Neymar, L1R1, L1R1, I find Nunez, L1R1, but unfortunately I lose the ball. And he comes on me again, and I don't step up, but my defender still wins the ball. Thuram to Neymar, L1R1, driven pass to Nunez, 1-2 to my false 9. Back to Nunez, back to Neymar, L1R1, unfortunately lose the ball, but trust me, it works 95% of the time. And he tries to find his striker, I win the ball with Maicon, and I come at him again, but at this point you can tell he's turned on the press, so he's pressing me really well right now. But I'm not panicking because I know that I can defend well. I know if I do what Movio says I should do, I'm not gonna concede, you know. Don't step up, no step up, you know, no step up. And I win the ball with my center back, DDA, I win it again, no step up. Roberto finally wins the ball, driven pass to Talisca, L1R1, come forward, Rashford. I tried to give Neymar, but he's too slow, 85 pace. And I win the ball again with Thuram because my players are positioned perfectly. I give the ball to Neymar, and he's 1v1 at this point, never missing. 3-0 to the boy. At this point the win is in the bag, yeah. So he comes at me, and I'm just trying to stay compact, you know. Don't give them a goal. If you give them a goal at this point, they'll probably come from back. You know, I still step up, I win the ball, anticipate plus, wonderful play style. Tiki-taka with Roberto, straight to Talisca. I give the ball to Traore, and I find Talisca back again, straight to Nunez, L1R1, give it to Sissoko, finish, you know. And if you notice this game, I didn't put my hand on the R2 button all the while. I don't put my hand on the R2 button unless I'm in the final third. In the midfield, all I click is L1R1 and I move around the pitch freely. The game is basically over at this point, but I mean, we're gonna give him props for trying. And Sissoko wins the ball straight to Traore, and yeah, he's just trying to come at me at this point, and he's panicking, he's rushing, so I know I'm going to win the ball each time because he's rushing. And Maicon wins the ball straight to Thuram, straight to Cavallo. I tried to do a first time through ball there, but it's offside unfortunately. And yeah, as you can see from this game, a lot of it was me just defending with my DMs, not stepping up with my defenders, and moving with L1R1 in the midfield and staying visionable, like always finding the right players to pass to, because I have so many options in the final third. because I play a short passing play style and I have 4 strikers up the pitch. So yeah, one last attack of the game, heel to heel, Cavallo, speed boost, and I tried to play a lock to Nunes, but the pass doesn't reach and game is over. 4-0 to the boy. Next up, I'm going to be analyzing a game that I lost. Wonderful team, by the way. Yeah, let's get into it. I start the game by passing and quick passes, give it to Roberto. I'm trying to score a quick kickoff goal. Ball to Nunes. Try to do a long ball to Talisca, but I'm offside. And now here comes the attack. And he's playing Arnold in the midfield. I'm trying to analyze his game. And he gives the ball to Sterling, ball to Kimmich. I feel like I'm defending well at this point. I'm not pulling my centre backs out of position. Yeah, and I win the ball with Thuram. I try to build up. He's pressing really well. Sissoko tried to find Roberto. Tried to find Rashford. First time through ball. He doesn't have the trade, so it doesn't work. I'm trying to press well. Pressing with Talisca. He breaks out of the press really well. And Gravenberch finds his fullback, and at this point I can already tell his fullbacks are bombing forward, so I tell myself that on the counter attack I have to be effective, but I don't do that, you know. Ball to my white cam, I try to find my striker. Ooh, very good defending. And he comes again with Alonso, and he wants me to press him, and I go press him. You know, he's baiting me to press him, and I keep pressing him, you know. And in this game you can tell I wasn't very patient, and I got battered for it, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say battered, but I lost the game for it. He finds Robinson. He tries to find Haaland really well, but Val's very good read by Van Dijk. And Sissoko, I'm trying to look for somebody, L1R1. Long ball to Talisca. He reads that very well. And he's gonna come again with Robinson, and he finds Sterling. I try to press him, which he wants me to do, but I keep falling for it. And Sissoko press Haaland. He wins. He gives the ball to Bellingham. I try to press him again. He gives the ball to Sterling. He's passing the ball around really well, and I just can't put my hand on it. I try to win the ball with Saliba. Fantastic. Thuram wins the ball. Ball to my white cam. Give it to Nunes. L1R1, L1R1, find Neymar, L1R1, L1R1, you know. And I find the ball back to my midfielder, ball to Rashford, L1R1, he wins the ball, he reads that very well, you know. Trying to press the ball again, and he breaks my midfield, you know, but I try to run back with Thuram. And yeah, my defensive line looks alright, you know, it looks straight, defending with my midfielders. But he's holding the ball, he's keeping possession really well. You can see he's crossing the ball to his fullbacks. He doesn't want to lose the ball, and as you can tell, he's also moving with L1R1. Ball to Gravenberch, and I thought I won the ball there, but for some reason it's a penalty. And at this point I can already tell this game is going to be a tough one. And Haaland, you know, you can't stop Haaland. Even if you dive the right way, you can't stop Haaland, and that's the trailblazer as well. So I mean, good luck. You know, ball to Talisca, driven past to Neymar, ball to Rashford, send him on a run, through ball, goes absolutely nowhere. Win the ball with Nunes, okay, quick, lose the ball again. I was looking for a speed boost there, but it wasn't working. He's a really good defender, and what I'll say for this type of games is that you should try to be patient. You know, if you figured out that your opponent is a really good player, is on your level, you know, it's hard to attack, what I think you should prioritize defending. So if you're facing somebody who you think is very good at that, at defending, you should also be very good at defending. Make the game close, because if he scores you, it's gonna be a long day, because you're gonna have problems scoring him. And that's the mistake that I made. I'm playing around at the edge of the box, ball to Nunes, and back to Talisca, ball to Sissoko, driven past to Nunes to Rashford, reverse elastico, and the power shot doesn't come off, you know. I feel like that was a very good attack as well. That's tribute to the short passing play style. Short corner, give it to Rashford, he wins the ball, and counter attack. I try to chase him with Roberto, I keep my defensive line straight, And this is why I love the fact that my fullbacks are on defend, because my defensive line will always be straight, you know. And ball to Sterling. I try to track Thuram, his midfielder with Thuram. I run back with Rashford to give myself more defensive options. Thuram to Sissoko. I'm sending Talisca on a deadly run, and it comes off. And at this point I'm running L1 R1. I tried to find Nunes. Saved. You know, what can I do? And he comes on me again. And at this point I can tell that I can actually score. I just have to stop him from scoring the second goal, you know. And comes on me again. Ball to Sterling. I try to intercept the ball. I play around at the back. I send Roberto on a run. And yeah, 1-2 with my midfielder Sissoko to Thuram, driven past to Neymar, L1 R1, L1 R1, you know, trying to find passing options. Looking around, give it to my midfielder because I didn't see anyone. Give it to Rashford, back to the midfielder, give it to Nunes, try to find Rashford, no option. I sent Talisca on the run, but he's not running. Nunes to Sissoko, L1 R1, L1 R1, you know, find Talisca. I tried to do like an elastico, it doesn't come off. Back to Talisca, L1 R1. I find Nunes, he reads that really well, you know. And against a lesser opponent, I would have scored by now, but he's really good, so he's defending properly. See, he wants me to press him, and I'm falling for it. You know, I press him with my fullback, and now he has a right winger out of like in free position basically. And yeah, it's halftime right now, and I have to think, you know, I have to think to myself that, wow, this guy's really good. Okay, he's done to come forward now. Luckily for me, I win the ball with Talisca. Quick to Neymar. I lose the ball again actually. And at this point, I'm trying to stay compact, but he's just stalling the game. He wants me to press him, and Neymar can't win the header. He gives the ball to his right winger Rafinha. He's so annoying to play against Rafinha. Then ball to Alexander-Arnold. I don't want to pull defenders out of position, which I don't. Ball to Sissoko. I'm trying to find options. L1 R1, L1 R1. I speed boost into position, driven past to Nunes. L1 R1. I find Neymar, but he's too slow. He's too slow. I'm going to replace him, but he's too slow right now, you know. And that's why it's good to have like pacey players at the shadow striker position if you play this formation, you know. And yeah, he comes forward with Sterling. My defense is intact, which is why he's offside in that position. Now I try to come forward from the back, driven past Talisca. 1-2 with Rashford. I try to find Nunes, but he intercepts the ball really well. And he's coming forward again. I'm trying not to lose patience and keep defending with my midfielders. And it's good to defend with your strikers as much as possible, because it pushes more players backwards, so you have more people to defend for you, you know. And now I'm switching between my DMs, and I'm pressing with Thuram, pressing with Sissoko. He spreads it out to the wing, and I'm jockeying with my fullbacks. He spreads it out to the middle again. Now I'm pressing with my DMs. I press with Thuram, I press with Sissoko, I press with Thuram again. He's keeping the ball so well. At this point, I should be clicking the offside trap to push my team forward a bit, you know. And yeah, throws the ball to Bellingham. I'm trying to press with my DM once again. I pull him out of position. I pull my left back out of position. Now I try to win the ball again. You see, he's bullying me at this point, and I move the keeper and I get punished. I get punished at this point. I'm just like, I think I'm going to lose this game. You know, 91 Bellingham, by the way, that's really crazy. L1 R1, driven past to Talisca, ball to Roberto. Try to find Talisca again, but he was offside. And I come back with Roberto. I find my false line. False line is really important in this formation. L1 R1, back to Thuram, back to Neymar, trying to find Nunes. I tried to find Rashford, but it's on his weaker foot, can't make the pass, you know. And yeah, I'm trying to defend the position. Sterling is making a run, intercept it very well. So you have to read what your opponent is trying to do, you know. L1 R1, I tried to find Nunes, boost the ball a bit. I tried to chip, doesn't turn out well, you know. And yeah, he comes at me again. I try to intercept with Talisca, unable to do that. Ball to Rafinha, ball to Alonso. He's keeping the ball really well. Rafinha to Haaland, to Alonso, to Arnold, and I'm just pressing and pressing and pressing. I should be a bit patient, but I can't be patient. I'm 2-0 down, bro, you know. And I'm pressing again with my DMs. Lovely, he makes a mistake. He rushes the pass, you know. So now I win the ball with Neymar. I'm looking for a driven pass to Nunez. I find it, L1, R1. Ball back to Neymar, driven pass to Thuram. I find Nunez, L1, R1, L1, R1. I have to be creative here and do the power shot fake, Trivela, one goal back, you know. You have to be like, I've seen that this guy is really good at defending, so you have to do a broken mechanic to actually score these kind of players, which is why I said you have to learn every mechanic in the game, or at least 6 over 8 mechanics in the game to actually progress. I win the ball with Thuram, I lose the ball again because at this point I'm panicking. It's the 80th minute, you know. I'm trying to score. Win the ball with Van Dijk, ball to Sissoko, quickly to Talisca, trying to find Nunez. I find Nunez because he's pacey. He pauses the game because he knows that I'm getting dangerous right now. I try to find a pass, doesn't come off. So I have to make some changes. I do Rashford Traore, you know, to actually get some pace in the game. I try to also do Neymar for Carvalho, also get some pace into the game, you know. Corner kick for me, I always go short corners. I go short corners because it feels like an attack, you know. It feels like a final third attack, you know. I like to have attacks rather than just set pieces, you know. Ball to Roberto, I think of it Trivela, but I don't do it. Give it back to Roberto. I see Talisca. I give it to Thuram. Then I give it to Talisca. I give it to Thuram. His defense is very organized. He's not pulling anybody out of position. I give it to Carvalho. I try to do a speed boost. He wins the ball. And at this point, it's like time is ticking, you know. I'm trying to score my goal. And he's stalling the game as much as possible. He wants me to press him so that he can find open options, you know. And I'm pressing him with Carvalho, I'm pressing him with Rashford, I'm switching to Traore, I'm trying to press, you know. I think I'm doing a good job of pressing, but he has the upper hand here. It's the 85th minute. I personally, if I'm winning at the 85th minute, I'm gonna win the game. At this point of my game, if I'm winning at the 85th minute, I'm going to win the game. So if I'm playing against the top player at the 85th minute, I know I'm probably going to lose the game, you know, because he knows what to do. And he's doing that well, you know. And I'm trying to intercept who's gonna receive the pass. Gives it to Arnold. Ball to Bellingham. I'm panicking at this point. I'm gonna lose the game. I finally win the ball. I tried to rush the pass. Ball to Thuram, to Talisca, to Traore, speed boost. Oh, I should have gone closer. I should have gone closer, but I was panicking, like I said. And at this point, the game is done. I just wanted to kind of show you the kind of games that I also lose, because I lose to games which are also chess matches, you know. You're gonna lose some, you're gonna win some, but the aim is to win way more than you lose. And to win way more than you lose, you have to learn mechanics, you know. You have to take into account the broken mechanics of the game. You have to defend compact, you have to keep your defensive line straight, you have to defend with the front of the pitch. Meaning you have to defend with your strikers, you have to defend with your DMs. And yeah, so the takeaway from this game, or the takeaways from this game, are me telling you to learn the breaking mechanics of the game. Building up with L1, R1 is very important. Do not pull your center backs or fullbacks out of positions. I like to keep my fullbacks also on defend because it keeps them in a straight line. And also becoming a rat. That's basically it. I was in Div 3 as of last week, and I was able to go from Div 3 to Div 1 in the space of 1 week. And this is everything that I did. This is how I play that took me to Div 1 from Div 3. And now it's a new season, so everybody drops by 1 division. So I'm in Div 2 right now, and I'm going to grind all the way to Elite. And when I make it to elite, I will come and show you guys how I got to elite. And if you want to see videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back again. For now, I'm just gonna go play my champs. I'll see you in the next one.